Well, this is Med TV. Just subscribe to Med TV. So that you get a lot of notification from us. We are about to break down the whole Akuapem Poloo for your understanding. It started in last year where he posted a photograph, a 7-minute photograph of his son and that of hers, where she went straight naked. Ghanaians bashed him, and Child Rights International took up the matter, reported her to the police. She was called by the police. She, wrote her police caution statement. The matter went to court, and in this year, when she first appeared in court, she pleaded guilty. Now, in the legal jurisdiction, when you plead not guilty, it means you want the trial to go on full, flare. But at a point, his new lawyer, Andrew Kujofortia, who was once a policeman and has experience when it comes to criminal law, decided to change her plea to not guilty. Now, according to the lawyer, he realized that the evidence against them were strong. One, you ask, what are the evidence? One is the photograph and the caption, which incriminated her. Now, secondly, she went to the police to write a statement. And that statement, too, she admitted in a way it incriminated her. This is why at times it is advised, you are advised that anytime you want to go to the police or you are invited to the police, try and get your lawyer, because you can go and write something which will, at the end of the day, go against you. And also the third evidence was the video she did last year after she posted the picture, which caught fire on social media. And in that video, all her words went against her. So these were the three strong things that the prosecution were using in court against her. Now the lawyers realized that we have 3 charges against us. Now in these 3 charges, Akuapem Poloo can spend about 7 years imprisonment sentence. One of the charge can take her to maximum of 3 years. And the 2 charges, 2 for each, which is 4 years. So if you add the 2, which is 4 years, to the 3, which is the first count, in the 3 count, she will be going to not less than 7 years in prison. So, in order not to get her a long or maximum sentence, they pleaded guilty. Now in court, when you plead guilty, you can use it for what we call mitigation factor. To say that, oh, my lord, she has pleaded guilty because she has a change of heart, she has pleaded guilty because she had a change of mind, or she has shown remorsefulness. She is a first-time offender. So, my lord, please tamper justice with mercy. And that is what his legal representation did in court, where they pleaded with the court by using the plea as a mitigation factor. And interestingly, the judge looked at that and said, I am giving you about 90 days. And you see, she gave the 19 days concurrently. And in the legal term, when you are given a concurrent term, she had 3 counts of charge. One is 90, the other is 90, the other is 90. So 3 90 sentences. But the judge said, I am running it concurrent, which means that he's serving all the 90 sentences once. So after serving the 90 days, she will not serve any sentence again. Some judge can make it consecutive. When the sentence is consecutive, it means that after serving the first 90, you will serve the second 90 and serve the third 90. However, maybe because they changed their plea to guilty and also use it as a mitigation factor, the judge decided to have some mercy and compassion on her and make the sentence run concurrent instead of maybe running consecutive. So this helped her in a way. And interestingly, in court, the prosecution or the lawyers in court pleaded on behalf of Akuapem Poloo for a fine. However, she got that 90 concurrent sentence. Interestingly, after everything, something intriguing happened. Now, according to the lawyer, Andrew Kujovosia, when the judge was making the order, there was nothing on the child, that is Akuapem Poloo's child, who was in the center of the whole thing. So the lawyer said, the judge, by not making a determination on the child as to who takes the custody of the child, as to what they should do to the child, he was going to file an appeal to change the sentences, because when the child is factored into the judgment, it means definitely the old sentence will change. So they filed an appeal at the High Court, which is the criminal division of the High Court. And when you file an appeal, you can also, based on that appeal you've filed, to apply for bail so that the earlier action can be put on hold. It's like a form of stopping an execution. So they filed an appeal, and on top of the appeal, filed for bail. Now, in our legal jurisprudence, it is allowed. If you look at the Act 30, Section 96, and others, we talked about bail. When you have a case in court in that nature, and maybe you've been convicted or otherwise, you can still file for bail. And when the judge is convinced with the various elements in your bail application, they can grant the bail. So the judge looked at that within the remit of the law and decided to grant Akuapem Poloo bail. And the case that it doesn't end here. This is a bail pending the appeal. So it means that before we finish determining the bail or the appeal before the court, Akuapem Poloo will now be free, have her liberties. However, this is not full liberty, because she will be reporting herself weekly to the investigator of the case, and also will have to give her passport to the court. And even if she wants to travel, she's going to travel on an expert passport from the court. So now the case has not ended, but we've gotten to another leg of the case where she has been granted bail pending the determination of the appeal she's filed. It could be that the appeal will be upheld by the court, where the judges will say, okay, we find something in it, so okay, we are reducing your sentence, or we are finding you, we are committing you to a bond or something. Or the court can say, oh, your grounds of appeal are weak, and as a result, we are striking out, or we are throwing your appeal for you to go and serve your 90 jail sentence. So in the coming days or months, I think we're going to experience something interesting. So we are waiting to see where it gets to, whether the punishment will be reduced or the appeal will be thrown out. Now, Akuapem Poloo is on bail, but not acquitted. So let's be mindful of how we interpret the bail sentence, and we wish her well. Don't forget to subscribe to Met TV. We have all the interesting breakdowns for you. Enjoy.